So I bought the brand new ROG Xbox Ally X the moment it dropped. It cost me 899 euros, about $1,000, and less than 2 days later I've sent it back. Not because it's a bad device, but because once I compared it to the older Ally X and even the original Ally, I realized something that honestly kind of shocked me. I want to make this clear, I bought the ROG Xbox Ally X with my own money and returned it for my own money. Look, I've been using handheld gaming PCs for a while now. Steam Deck OLED, OG Ally, you name it. So when Asus and Xbox revealed their new Ally X with the Xbox branding, I got excited. A sleek black design, the same awesome battery as in the Ally X, and the Xbox interface built in. It looked like the next step, but the moment I took it out of the box, I knew something was off. This thing is huge. I don't just mean big, I mean thick. You lay it down and it sits overall high off the table like a chunky laptop. These grips are massive and the screen is slanted, and overall it just doesn't feel like a portable console anymore. My biggest issue wasn't the size, it was the software. The Xbox Ally X runs Windows with the new Xbox full screen interface up on top of it, and I'll be honest, I wanted to love it, but it's not ready yet. I have most of my games on Steam, and every time I launched one, it opened Steam, sometimes it opened twice, otherwise it wouldn't launch and I had to launch it from the Steam Big Picture mode manually and it would lose focus. And the worst part, Steam and Xbox fight over my controls every time I press a button. On SteamOS, even with non-Steam games like GOG or Epic, it just all works. Xbox full screen experience still feels like it's in beta. For $1,000, I expected this to feel polished. At the very least, I expected a streamlined update system. But nope, you're still juggling Windows updates, Xbox app updates, and Armory Crate updates separately. I was also hoping they would finally fix the sleep mode. You know, the dream where you can just press one button and the device sleeps instantly and wakes up right where you left it off. Steam Deck has it, Lazite has it, but the Xbox Ally X still is inconsistent. Sometimes it works, I give it that, but sometimes it just crashes the game and it's still exhausting. So what did I do? I looked at the used market. The original OG Ally from 2023 is still floating around, but honestly, unless you find it dirt cheap, I'd skip it. Battery life isn't great and thermals are even worse, and the fans get loud and the SD card problems and yada yada yada. But the Ally X, just 1 year old, that's a sleeper hit right now. I started throwing offers out for 600 euros max and boom, someone bid at 550 euros. The device was 5 months old, still under warranty, and the charger was included. And get this, in the EU, the brand new Xbox Ally X doesn't even come with a charger for a 900 euro handheld. Asus, come on. Now let's talk about performance, because yes, it is better compared to the OG Ally and even the Ally X from 2004. The Xbox Ally X does push more frames, especially at lower wattages. You'll see 3 to 7 more frames depending on the title, and in some edge cases maybe 10. It also sips less power, so you'll stretch your session a bit longer, and I'll give it that. But again, we're talking about a near 400 euro price difference between a used Ally X, which still in the EU has warranty because warranty is 2 years in the EU. And that difference, it doesn't feel worth it once you're in the middle of a game. Like, I was playing Final Fantasy Rebirth on 720p with FSR4 and SteamOS sharpening filter on the Ally X, and it felt smooth at a locked 40 FPS and it looked great. Would I really pay double for 5 to 10 more FPS and an extra half an hour of battery? Not when I can get 90% of the performance for 60% of the price. And this is where it clicked for me. The Xbox Ally X is better than my device, technically, but in real world use, the Ally X from last year hits the sweet spot. It's way more compact, still really powerful and easier to carry. And right now it's even more affordable than the non-X variant. And let's not forget, we might be heading into a recession. Money is tight for a lot of people, so why spend nearly double for a few extra frames, especially when you can take that money forward into the next Steam sale or even have an eGPU setup. Keeping the savings and staying flexible and not tying myself to a device that still has to figure out its own software. So if you're thinking about buying the Xbox Ally X, ask yourself this: do you already own the Ally X? Then don't even bother upgrading. Still on the OG Ally? Well, maybe, it seems like a good upgrade. Are you new to handheld gaming and you don't even know if you're gonna like it? Skip the hype, buy this one used or buy a Steam Deck used and thank yourself later. The Xbox Ally X is great, but in 6 months, when the price drops or the software matures and I can buy it used, I'll get it, but right now it's just a luxury item and not a necessity. So that's my story. Hyped for the Xbox Ally X at the beginning, disappointed by the real world experience, and ultimately saved by a smart deal on an older Ally X. What about you? Are you tempted to buy the Xbox model? Or are you sticking with what you've already got? Let me know in the comments down below and I'll see you guys in the next time. Bye bye.